All right. All right. There we go. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Joyce Spencer Mintz, and welcome to Real Talk. All right. You hear a little humming going on in the back because I'm baking cake. And that's okay too, because we probably going to be baking something going on in this conversation tonight. So, welcome again to Real Talk, another edition. Our topic tonight is lost in love. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna need you ladies to come on in because I know you have some conversation to share. So I'm gonna give you like 3 minutes, maybe two, to go ahead and chime on in and watch this live. And if not, I hope you get the replay while I'm mixing cake. So I'm hoping that this volume is well and that you are able to hear me through my Bluetooth and that we don't have any disturbances going on. If so, I'll try to clear it up later. Okay. So anyway, once again, I want to say welcome to Real Talk. Um, to my guest tonight, Mrs. Carter, are you here? Okay, I've done something with the mic.
I'm in the building. Give me a few seconds.
All right. I'm glad you in the building. All right. Just as soon as I started, okay, we won't talk about that, y'all, right now. Okay. Um, so I'm glad that you are here tonight. I'm going to be watching for other guests, and I do apologize for the humming. Is the humming real bad in the background?
No, I can't
I hope
hear it.
not. Okay, good, because I'm making cake. I'm going to just move on over here to this side of the kitchen. Okay. Y'all see how I did that? Shift the mic and the camera at the same time. Okay. All right. So, as we were saying tonight, our topic is lost in love. So, how many times have you ladies found yourselves so lost in love and you just couldn't see your way out? He was just so fabulous, or she was just so gorgeous, and you just gave up all of you until you couldn't remember where you were and where you ended or started and he began. We've been talking all week about wisdom. I've been sharing with you all from scripture in the morning, and I really hope you enjoy that show every morning at 8 o'clock. Try to bring forth some word so that we can not only be better but do better. So I'm actually, hopefully, my pound cake will be done by the time we finish. Okay, so um, once again, our topic tonight was lost in love. So, Ms. Carter, you care to elaborate on anything pertaining to our topic tonight?
Um, um, when I was last lost in love, it's been about 20
Hmm.
years. Been about 20 years. Um,
It's been about 20 years.
about 20. I've been lost in a while. Um, no, but it's been a series of events
Hmm.
of lostness around here lately. But past that, no, I haven't. I know what you mean when you say it, but
Hmm.
I haven't had the experience as of late. Now I was just talking with Tanya. Tanya raised her finger in
Hmm.
the back. You know, she raised her finger with
Raise
the
your
church
hand, girl.
choir.
Say your voice. Testify, girl.
No,
Testify. That's what real talk all about.
I
Uh-huh.
think
Come
I think
on
we all
in, girl.
I think we all have been lost in love at some period of our life. You know, whether it was something new or exciting, or like you said, that basically, a person of interest that you just thought was your everything. So, um, I have, and it was several
Hmm.
years. And I think it was more because he was older and I was younger, and it was something new and adventurous, and so um, it was just very exciting. And then as I got older and I start seeing things, those little red flags, I just started
Hmm.
pulling um, further away. So
See now, so let's talk about them little flags. See, because that's why we're here tonight, ladies. It is Christmas time, and we're just gonna go ahead and throw it on the table. Y'all know at night we keep it real. It's real talk. I still have my holy hat on because I'll never take it off. If I can take it off, then I won't have it for real. Okay. But we are gonna talk about this because it's Christmas time. I didn't already bear witness. Some of y'all out there spending money you ain't got, buying some men some stuff that you shouldn't be buying, and need to keep that money in your pocket because you know when January 1st come, all crap gonna break loose. And everything that thought it could ask you for money is going to ask you for money. The lights, the cable, Duke Energy gonna be knocking on the door. So let's be wise. Don't be so caught up, lost in love. Yep. See, because when we say lost, that's exactly what we're talking about. Oh, so we have, okay, we got a guilty party on the line, y'all. You want to come on in? I'm gonna have to go and invite her into the studio. Okay, raise your hand if you want to come in. However, we don't want y'all to be so caught up this Christmas that you forget the real reason for the season, okay? When you're lost in love and in a relationship with someone, and I've been there, y'all know I'm old now, I'm probably still there, but the only difference now is I was married. Okay. And all I do is count his money. So, okay. So, anyway, I don't want to be lost like that again because I've been in that position before where I cared about somebody so much and they had me so deceived. Yep, yep, it happened to me too. That's why I can talk about it, y'all. Okay, I'm making cake while I'm talking to y'all. Okay, so I was so fooled by this person, girl. I was gonna have his babies. I don't even know how I was gonna do it, but I was gonna try to figure it out. But I got so caught up in the relationship on the serious side that I really lost myself. I found myself crossing lines that I said I was never gonna cross with somebody. You find yourself doing things that you really knew better, but you loved them so much that you went on in anyway. Oh well, I'll pay the price later. But sometimes that cost is too high. Um, when you lose focus of yourself and who you are because you pouring so much into somebody who's not pouring into you, that's a real danger, not only to your physical health, but your mental health. So, Miss Carter, would you care to elaborate on that? You know, I have to take a pause so I don't go to 10. Okay?
Um, yeah. I just wanted to clarify. There are times
Hmm.
I haven't been that lost to where anybody, and I think Tanya agreed. We could second that. We ain't paying no bills. No, we cut them off. No,
Okay.
that's where we draw the line. I find my sense real quick, real quick.
Okay.
Ain't
All
but two
right.
men, ain't but 2 men can take my money, and they got my DNA.
All right. All right. I hear you, girl.
But
I hear you.
there is uh right now, because it's the holidays, there are people who take advantage of women who are susceptible to those feelings. They are taking advantage right now. They are
Hmm.
making you feel like giving you the guilt trip. And I think I told somebody
Hmm.
earlier this week, it's like dealing with people like, yeah, they try to reverse the role, and then they give you something, like they give you all the love, and then next thing you know, you chasing them for that high that you had when they first made you feel good, and you don't know what you do, and you don't realize
Girl,
that you
love is
90%
like
of the time
crack.
Yeah,
That's what you telling me? It's like it's like
I ain't
it's
never
like
tried
it's
crack,
like a
but
drug.
I ain't never tried it. But
Well, you know.
if crack is
Hmm.
anywhere like a pound cake and you cut one slice and got to keep going back, yes,
Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
and it's good on the lips, but it's gonna be a lifetime on the lips. So, um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, that's what I would. That's what I would say.
Well, you
Um,
know what? You are absolutely right. And y'all, I am making this cake. I just want y'all to know I am making this thing happen, okay? That's all I'm saying.
well, we
Um, I am
sure.
going to say that, yeah, love can be very addictive because I have to get serious. Y'all know when we do this stuff, we got to bring it right. And yes, it is very addictive. And when you have somebody who is gaslighting you, because that's exactly what it's called, you know, they're gonna tell you stuff, everything you want to hear, and you got to watch that out here, ladies, because not only is that gaslighting, sometimes that could be narcissistic. Um, telling you one thing and building you up, only so they can break you right back down again. Those are some not so good behaviors. And if you are experiencing that in a relationship, perhaps you ought to, get a book, contact somebody, talk with somebody. Um, just think about it. What would be your advice, Miss Carter, to women who are going through situations like that? I mean, when a man is telling you everything you want to hear for the moment, and then he drop you like a bit of bad news, bring you up, like you said, it's a high. They get you on a high, and then they have you believing that this is what it is, only to find out that they just got you to the top of the mountain so they could drop you back down. How about that? Y'all ever experienced that? Miss
um,
Tanya, you want to share?
huh,
I was just telling Rose that I had met someone recently, and he was
Mhm.
very attentive and
Mhm.
calling several times, and seemed to be um, a good man. He had himself together
Mhm.
financially, and you know, um, just a lot of good qualities. I mean, nobody's perfect, but I could see, certain things that as women would be like, sometimes when a man dressed a certain way or you see certain things that are not major, And so
Mhm.
I noticed my aunt used to always tell me, she said, if you ever want to know something about a man, watch his routine, especially when it changes. So we were having a conversation, and the main conversation when we went out to dinner last weekend is that I told him when he asked me to be his girlfriend, I said, I can't be your girlfriend until your divorce is final, which is in
Mhm.
January. And,
Mhm.
you can tell me whatever you want all day. I'm still going to pay attention to those little signs, those little red flags. And so I
Mhm.
saw that he was getting a little distance. And so we had a conversation. And what I
Mhm.
noticed about the conversation, like he was saying about the divorce is final in January, but usually a person be like, around this time it's going to be final, and this and that. But I think he thought that I would be okay, with dating him until the divorce was final. But for me, it's like I can't do that because it's wrong on all kinds of levels.
Mhm. Okay. I'm
Oh,
still
okay.
listening. We got
So
some comments up down the board. Okay. Yep.
so
I'm sorry. I'm still here, ladies. Mhm.
so anyway, at the end of the day, for me, I just didn't want to pursue it um, because there were some things that wasn't adding up. And when we had that conversation, I told him how I felt about his situation. I'm all for marriage, but do the right thing. And I'm not going to be in a relationship with someone that's going through a divorce, because a lot of times it's the emotional roller coaster back and forth, and just a lot of things that
Hmm.
takes place in the process of that. So,
Well, you know something, the two things you said right there, okay? When you said he was going through a divorce and then he asked you to be his girlfriend, that's like booty on the side. I'm gonna call it what it is, y'all. And girl, I'm glad you said no, okay? Because first place, he really is unavailable until he is officially divorced. I'm gonna just say that, and not just picking at you. I'm saying this for women who are out here dating men who you know are already married and they ain't divorced, but telling you they're going to get a divorce, but you've been dating them for like 10, 11 years. And I'm not speaking to my caller right now. I'm speaking to everybody out here who listening, who doing that foolishness, well, included, okay? Um, Cause y'all know this real talk, and you got a right to agree or disagree with anything I say. I'm still gonna love you, okay? But I put the foot on it, okay? Cause if he married, married is married, and y'all know I don't play that in between
exactly.
on the fence. You better ask Mr. Mint, okay? I
And
don't
you know
straddle
me,
that fence.
I'm going to answer all the questions. You can tell me whatever you think that I want to hear, but I'm not going to believe. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to believe what you're saying. Um, if I feel that there's some, you know, like I felt like there was some things that was not adding up. And although he said,
Mm-hmm.
well, you have to be separated for a year, and she's no longer in the home. To
Mm-hmm.
me, that wasn't good enough, because I always look at, when we were talking about previous relationships and how, you can love someone, but for me, when you get a certain age, you should learn from your mistakes. And I'm not going to go
Absolutely.
through something that's unnecessary, especially something like that can be, prevented.
Absolutely. And you deserve more than that. And I
Absolutely.
am better than that. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna say um that if he already picking you as the next and he ain't even close to chapter on the other one, then it'll probably be the same process. Cause he get out and get in real quick. Cause some men want to take their time after a divorce and reflect on some things. And divorce wouldn't roll off the lips so quick and then just say, oh, and we go and you gonna be my girlfriend. Let me tell y'all something. Relationships. When you are dating someone, it should have a time limit on it. I don't
Exactly.
play that we gonna be dating
Exactly.
for 50, 11 years, and then when we get old and gray, you gonna try to marry me. No, no. I
Right,
want you to understand that
right, right. Or when your health has
other
declined.
fish are in the sea, okay?
Or when your
And,
health has declined. We ain't nobody's never.
okay?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
And we
Yeah.
ain't waiting around for you to make up your mind. It is a privilege for you to date me. Okay?
Okay.
That's all. That's all then. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you might want to
Okay?
say that again to the members who just came in the back, because um
Mm,
we all know the time limits around here.
Yes.
absolutely.
There's no reason that any woman over 30 years old should be any man's girlfriend more than 2 years. And that's a
Exactly.
maximum. And that is without
Two.
no, I'm saying 2 years
Mm-hmm.
without,
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna
by
give
the
you
year
two.
number, by the 2 year, you should be walking down the aisle at the end of that last 365. At the last of them
Okay.
104 weeks, your wedding should be that next week. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Mark that in your book, ladies. Okay. Note
You
to self.
you
Don't
gotta
date a
think about
man for the
decide
rest
what
of
you
your
want to do.
life.
I think when I think when you're younger, it's a difference, because you're trying to find out you're trying to find yourself, you're trying to pursue your career, and pretty much live your life. But when you get to be our age, you know a lot of the men have been married or been in a long-term relationship, and so I have always heard men say they can tell after not even a few days before then whether if that woman is compatible to them,
Yeah.
if she's married material. So when I have conversations, with a person, I try to ask all of the right questions because I don't believe in the gray area. It's either you or you're not. It's no pressure into, making me your wife or even going towards that conversation. But there are some things that at our age
I ain't just gonna put up with
that
it.
are that exactly that I'm not
I'm
gonna
too old to be
put
dealing
up
with
with.
certain things.
So
I'm too
Okay,
old.
so I'm gonna go. Oh, so I'm gonna go over here. When you say some things at our age, I was y'all age before,
No.
but I had a husband because I ain't play.
See, we're not doing this. What we're
uh-uh.
not gonna do
Mm-mm.
is that right there.
At
But I ain't gonna
our
say.
age, I'm gonna say this: the same rule applies. If you young or old, you got young people who have married at 20 years old and knew it was the one, and they still together.
yeah,
That's true.
so,
true.
Yeah.
so don't allow yourself to think because you have age that you deserve anything less. Because, honey, if he won't, someone else will. Okay?
All day.
Don't keep yourself on the shelf for a man and he ain't trying to wipe you up. And if you already know he ain't the one and y'all ain't got nothing compatible, keep it stepping. Okay,
Yeah.
ladies, that's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
Take it with you, do with it what you wanna, but don't be on layaway for life. Don't allow a man to diminish your worth. If you
Exactly.
don't know what you're worth, he sure ain't gonna tell you.
And act like
Cause you
you the
don't need
one.
him to tell you. You better already know. Okay.
Right.
And therefore, I'm gonna say when you dating, if he already in a split with someone, he give you that. Oh well, I just got out of a relationship, and I ain't ready for nothing serious. I just want to, let's just take our time and be friends. I don't hold hand with my friends. I don't kiss my friends. I don't hang out at my friend's house overnight. None of that. Treat him like a friend, okay? High and bad until he ready to be in the lane in which you desire to put him in. Because when you overstep the dating boundaries, because really you date with a purpose. You shouldn't be out here just dating just to be dating. If really you truly you want to have someone compatible and have a lifetime mate, then date with a purpose. Other than that, girl, keep doing you and keep it on moving. Because you can wash your own sheets, do your own dishes, and you can do dishes for one way faster than you can do them for two. Okay? Dinner for one, way faster than the cost of dinner for two. Because most of the time, when you got that issue with a man who's undecisive, they're a little undecisive about more than just one thing. So when you said about the flag with this person, um,
No,
I,
no.
I would ask that.
Can I
Okay, Miss
interject?
Carter,
I don't think that.
interject
I don't
while
think
I
they.
put my cake in the pan.
I'm not doing this. I
Go ahead and
I
interject.
don't think they are indecisive. I think they've decided that
Hmm.
they think they can play with you.
Hmm. Okay, I
But
receive that too.
they're not indecisive about nothing. They decide they think they can play with you. You
Hmm.
know, they
And
always
because you
try to
don't
act like,
demand anything else. Okay.
yeah, this, it's a difference between talking to somebody who know what they got, what they bring to the table, and somebody who don't know. You
Hmm.
can't play with somebody who know what they bring to the table. But every once in a while,
Okay.
you get a man who's in his mind who thinking it's all about him. So they don't pick up on the fact that
Mhm.
you are one of those people that they cannot play with.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, girl. Say it again. Hallelujah. Amen. Woo! Thank you, Lord. I'm putting this cake in the
Why?
pan,
Because
y'all.
they probably haven't ran into anybody that they cannot play with in a long time. They get caught up in the game. You know, it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch my brothers play video games all the time. Remember they play Super Mario Brothers, and you always trying to do the same. And you
Mm-hmm.
be like, why you keep doing the same move? You die in the same spot every time. What are we doing?
Come on, come
You just
on.
gonna keep doing this every single time? You're not gonna move
You
the
just
joystick.
used the prime example.
You just keep doing
Dying
it
every time in the same
every
spot,
time.
doing the same thing. Okay, ladies?
You've
Yep,
been
I'm
doing
putting
this
this
for
cake in the
20
pan, y'all. Work with me.
You did
You
doing it for 20
absolutely
years,
right.
and you dying in the same spot. You're not gonna move the joystick to the left one of these times.
Well, that's what we were just talking about on our conversation this week about being foolish. Because that is a description of a fool, someone who just keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result, but in the end, it's still the same result. Now, I didn't say that. The word of God said that. Okay, it's in the Bible, y'all. It's in the Bible.
It's
Okay,
other.
so anyway, keep it on moving, girl.
No,
Okay, y'all. I have gotten my cake in the pan. Go on.
I'm just saying
So you're
that's
right, playing with you. So how
you
many
can't.
women out here got men in your life who playing with you? Raise your hand. Go ahead. We ain't gonna tell nobody. Y'all, it's a secret.
Don't
Okay,
put your hand
it's
up on
just
me.
girl talk.
Just
Okay,
put your hand down.
just go ahead and raise your hand.
Hand down.
All right, I'm gonna pray for y'all. Now
Today is your
understand.
today is your wake up call.
That's right. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay, we waking you up. That is what this meeting is all about tonight. Real talk. Wake up, okay? We need you to wake up to reality, wake up to the fact that you deserve more than that. Wake up to the thought that, I got a hand in the air. Okay. Wake up to the fact that you are so special and so important that these people seek you out intentionally to destroy you. Don't let them do that. We're here to encourage you. We're here to lift you up. We're here to give you some sound advice. And we ain't talking about what we heard. We're talking about what we know. Okay?
Facts.
Okay?
Because if
I
you
was
could talk to your
okay.
younger self, oh, oh, if you could
What would
talk
you
to your
tell
younger,
your younger self? What would you tell your younger self?
we ain't got that kind of time.
Okay?
But it's a whole lot of stuff.
Run. Don't trust him. Just run.
Right.
He don't mean you no good. Just run. That's what I
Yeah.
would tell my younger self. Okay. Y'all moving the camera again. Yep, yep, yep. That's me moving the camera. Y'all didn't even see that, did you? Hey, hey. Okay. Anyway, if you could talk to your younger self, um, I know if I could talk to my younger self, I would have ran from several people in my life. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take it over to the serious side here because love addictions is just as bad as being drug addicted. Okay. You
Mm-hmm.
wake up in the morning thinking about how you gonna get it, how you gonna get near them, how you gonna get where they at. But really, really, you should be running. It's that high you chasing. It's that feel good you chasing. I had it one time. I know it's there. Okay, warning. I'm gonna put up a warning sign on my page. Don't be deceived. Okay. Know that you deserve more, and don't let some old man, no young man, come by and tell you, "'Cause you so fine." You know the line. I could drink your bath water. Okay. Okay. That's one of them old school lines that when he come to you, run. Okay, run. Run. Go the other way. Okay. Or what's another one of them famous pickup lines? Come on, Miss Carter. I know you got one. Come on. Tell me one of them old school pickup lines.
Oh, the old school pickup line. Um.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Stepping off. Y'all keep on.
That's
Mm-hmm.
my. Oh, we got so
You
much.
know that old school line.
We got so much in common. No, we don't.
Oh, we got so much in common.
Yes.
See?
I remember I was at a club one day, minding my
Hmm.
business, and it just so happened that a group of my brother's friends came in. Now I knew they was one of my
Hmm.
people. I knew they was all. I knew who all they was. But a few of the people in the group did not know me, and we had not said hello to each other when they came in the club. Anything, you know
Hmm.
how it is when you see people, but you ain't got to go walk over there to
Yeah,
acknowledge nobody. So one of the fools from
absolutely.
one of the little fools from that group come over there talking to me. Hello, hey, how you doing, Miss Lady? I said, I'm good. How you? I was not
Uh-huh.
in the mood. I think I had locked my keys in the
Hmm.
car that day, and I was very upset on my way to this club. I was said, I'm fine. How you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you look so sad. I ain't that sad. What you want? Um, um, you look so familiar. I probably do. Yeah, probably because some of the people
Oh.
at the table he was with was my cousins or brothers. Either way, but
Hmm.
you look so. I said, really? Yeah. When your
Hmm.
birthday? I told my birthday. Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Here he come. Oh my God. That's
Mm-mm.
my that's my ex birthday. She passed away. Really?
Oh
I
no.
said,
The
I said,
oldest line in the book.
oh no. Oh, it gets worse. Oh,
Mm-mm.
oh. So what you like to do? I said, some off the wall. Oh, she liked it to do that too.
Oh no, he did not.
I thought, oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, we was together for a long time. That's it. I said to myself, long suffering. She was a long suffering woman, huh? So
Oh my goodness.
I said,
Oh
he
no.
said,
See now that right there was some nerve. First
then
to say, go ahead, continue
do
on.
you have a car? I said, I do. That's how I got here. You see the keys on the table. Oh, you mind if one day I give you my address, you come pick me up? I said to myself, I come
Oh.
pick you up. This is interesting. Let's see where this goes. You only use my gas. Gas was $1.89, sir. We can't do this. Okay. If I say
Okay.
come pick you up, where you live? Oh, I just live up a little bit around the way. Uh-huh. Around the way, 20, 30 minutes. Oh, okay, go. Okay, well, I, I tell you what, I'm gonna go to let them know that I'm gonna go hang out with you tonight. I say, yeah, you go tell them that. And when he got over there and he told them, you could hear him whispering. And when they all looked over at him, they bust out laughing and say, you lost your mind. You must want to die. You must want to die. You got my face. What's wrong with you? Yeah, that's the stupidest
Oh
pickup line
no.
I have ever. How you gonna pick up a dead girlfriend from out the bunnies? What is wrong? These men
And
don't care
then
what
he needed a ride. I'm
I'm
trying
supposed
to
to
get
use.
past the fact that he needed a ride.
I'm supposed to use my
Okay,
gas.
let's go over there. Okay, let's just go ahead and go down that street right there.
To
He
take you
wanted
so I can
you
have a
to
bad
pick
time.
him up and come over his house, and he trying to get a date with you. Okay, ladies, you see something wrong with that right there?
Yes, because all you
Okay,
gonna do
so
is I got that. Let's keep that.
it's real talk. It's grown folks' time. So don't be going. Y'all know what I said about that dating thing? And not rolling up over their house. Cause see, dating is dating. Friends is friends. So which one is it? Are we friends? Are we dating? Because if we dating, that means we going someplace with this. And the first stop should not be the bedroom. Okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the table. Cause they asked me, was this a kid's video? And I said, nope. Okay, so this is grown folks conversation. So for all of those who are listening, because we are live on Facebook, hope y'all having a good time tonight. Because I hope y'all getting some nuggets about this conversation. Because if you pay attention to some of the things that we share here, well, all the stuff we share here, You're gonna get one or two places. We are hoping. Like we said, it's our disclaimer. We hope that you not only be better but do better. Okay. Don't date for life. Don't be lost in love. Okay. Don't be so head over heels. And I'm talking to my ladies tonight. Don't be so over heels for a man that you can't even see yourself. And I'm going to keep on saying it until you hear it. It's okay to like somebody, to want to be around someone, but don't have such a desire for that person that it consumes you. Y'all want to talk about that consumption of love? You can't think. You can't eat. You can't even think about God because you're thinking about Him first. You can't think about your kids. You can't think about your job. You can't think about nothing but Him. If you go somewhere, you trying to figure out where He is, so you can go over there too.
Ride past.
No,
Hmm.
Riding
we
back.
ain't gonna do that.
I had a friend like that one time. Every time we would go
Oh,
somewhere, we let her drive. We always have to conspicuously end up. Is that your boyfriend over there? Oh, girl, I didn't even know he was gonna be over there. Is you wasting gas trying to check him? What are we doing?
okay,
I'm
okay,
not
ladies.
going where he
Let's not be chasing him down, okay? Know that you are worth being chased, okay? If you got to chase him down, girl, you need to be going the other direction, okay? That's all I'm
at.
going to say for that. I'm going to need y'all to wise up. And like I said, right now, the new year is getting ready to come in, and we're going to have one more real talk or two before the new year. I don't want to see you on this page and all the information you have attained this year still in the same place. Okay? I want to hear some comments back. Come on over there. Got three different pages. My daughter's house, a private group. Ask for approval. I'll let you in. Come on over to the YouTube channel. Okay? Joyce's Journey. Subscribe, like, and come on in. Because I heard I'm doing something over there. Okay, and I like it. Okay. But I want y'all to know that I really do enjoy hearing back because it does my heart good to know that you have grown from the place you were last year to a new place this year. That some of the things you were doing last year that was catching you up is not getting you're not getting caught up in it this year. So now that we are about to enter into a new year, please don't be the same way you was at the beginning of this one. Don't let the new year come in and you still making yourself the same promises and they have still not came to fruition. Don't find yourself still dating with somebody and still having a relationship with somebody who you've been in a relationship with more than 2 years. Mm, that's already too long for me.
Arguing about
And
the
he
same
ain't talking
thing.
about and he ain't talking about nothing serious. Girl, don't be having somebody coming over there on New Year's at your house, sitting on your couch, putting up their feet, talking about let's
Woo!
sip some champagne, because you know it's New Year's. Okay, here you go. I'm going to go
You're
ahead and
right.
tell
I'm gonna
y'all
need
right now,
you.
don't
I'm gonna need
fall
you to
for the
leave.
trick.
You need to leave December 31st at 11:59.
Do
Please
not
step out.
fall for the trick.
Yeah, step outside.
Cause that it's that trick they be telling y'all all the time. Y'all know, it's New Year's and they say everybody's supposed to have you ever heard this line? Your flesh should be touching somebody else's flesh when the new year come in.
Who told that lie?
Biggest lie I ever heard. Okay.
Who paying for that one?
I'm just gonna tell y'all. See, y'all don't think girl, I know the lies that's out there, okay? I've heard that lie. Y'all, let me tell you what, don't fall for that trick. Don't be caught up, like I said, on December 31st at 11:57, be in your own house. Be over there where you pay the bills at. And don't have nobody with you that ain't serious about you. Let them be over there in their space. That's why we got FaceTime, Facebook, we got StreamYard, we got all kinds of StreamYards and Zooms and all kinds of stuff. Girl, get on the meeting place. It's just as good as the dating line because he ain't at your house. Okay? And when the clock strikes 12, you can go ahead and toast to yourself and the new beginning that you have created for you and learn how to be with you. Learn how to love you. learning how to love you a lot. You don't need somebody to complete you. You whole
And
all by yourself. That's what God said.
here's a disclaimer.
Come
Ain't
on, put
nobody,
it in there.
nobody is doing the you don't need a man in your life thing. If you need a man in your life, you do. If you want one, you
Okay,
do. Because ain't nobody advocating for that. Girl, you strong. You can be by yourself. You no.
come
Anybody
on.
saying people saying is when you come to a relationship, come as a whole you. Don't come
That's
as a
right.
half of you. Don't come expecting that person to give you something you haven't given
Come
yourself.
on. Tell me what your mama taught you. Come on. Bring the
Don't,
book.
right, I'm just saying, don't come over there looking for somebody to give you something that they probably ain't got to give themselves. They could be looking for you to give them something they ain't gave. Or somebody come to you, what you bringing to the table? A bag. That's it.
Okay.
You don't need to know what I bring to the table yet. I need to know if you worth me pulling anything out of my pocketbook. Just and
Oh,
by
oh,
pocketbook, I
oh.
ain't talking about money. I'm talking about maybe you need tissue wipe your face because I ain't helping out. Ain't gonna happen. Um,
Oh, you so funny.
I'm not paying. I'm not
Uh-huh.
paying. I'm not paying. I'm not
I'm
paying
not gonna
your
help unless I want him.
right.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this,
They
and
need
this
help
is
you,
one of
please,
those
but that's
things,
an investment. Just
and that's one of those things that ladies y'all need to be aware of. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and yep, I know I'm probably talking town tomorrow, and it's okay because it's called real talk, and this is what we do. We bring it to you real. However, we can do it, and we want you to comprehend what we're saying. Here we come. So I'm going to say this when you were saying about what you bring to the table. It has been my experience. I'm gonna just go throw me under there first. I don't like to exclude myself because even though I'm married now, my husband already know the deal. Love him, love him, love him, but he also know who he married. Okay, and I know who I married, and we work good together. Okay, he know my shorts and he know my longs, and I know his shortcomings. And it works. But I could tell you this: I wasn't playing, and I wasn't bringing none to that table that he wasn't bringing the match, even
mm-hmm.
more. But what I had to understand in the relationship was first, I had to know he was a man. How many of you women are dating somebody and you don't really know what kind of man he is? Because
Do
they put on a good persona.
do he have a table you can bring something to? I would just leave it right there though,
Come on. I
because
mean,
I mean,
if you had nothing to bring to the table, does he have what you need and can he provide for you? Because see, I ain't never see in the Bible where it said the wife go pick up your husband and take him to your house and y'all live happily ever after. I think that a lot of times it's a mistake in not knowing who you're with. Not a lot of times, all the time, because you need to know who you're with. And if he is not bringing anything into the relationship now, and you do yoke up with him, he really ain't gonna bring nothing to the table. Okay?
right?
Because
You
he
didn't
feel like
already,
you already been doing everything, he could do less.
yeah. He didn't did a Mary J. Blige. You take me as I am, or have nothing.
Okay.
That's what he trying to say. So he act like, oh, she think I'm valuable to her. She taking me
hmm
with absolutely nothing. Oh, that's what.
So understand that first you need to, because women do have the desire to be cared for. I don't care
Mm-hmm,
what you say. You can tell that book all you want to, but I'm an all the way real woman, and I'm gonna tell you what God knows the truth. I hear women saying all the time, "Girl, I don't need nobody. I don't care to be married. I got my own. I got my own this." Well, that's kind of what y'all problem is. You're bringing too much up front, and he don't know what he needs to provide for you because you ain't provided, gave him the opportunity to show you because you already, like you said, come out of your bag with all your stuff. Bag lady, you gonna lose your stuff. Quit taking it out the bag, okay?
mm-hmm,
Okay. Allow him to bring something to the table and show you what he worth first. Okay, don't just come bringing all your goods and then here we go. We gonna share all my spoils. And if he got some spoils, he probably over there sharing with somebody else, or he keeping it in his pocket for his for his latter day.
Right.
No.
For the grand exit.
Mm-mm.
For the grand
Right.
exit.
When I get ready to leave, I'm gonna have my trunk full of stuff, so I ain't got to worry about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna use everything she brings to the table. Ladies, stop filling your table up before a man that ain't worth it. Okay? Stop putting all your stuff on the table. Y'all know what I mean when I say stuff on the table. Okay? Allow a man to prove to you that he really is a man. Allow him to be able to provide for you. I don't care if he ain't got but a tent. If you can take that man and that tent and make him and that tent better, go on with him with that tent and see what he gonna do. But when you come talking about, oh come on, we can don't skip to do over here. hmm Okay, see what that get you.
That's when you
Let's
improve
see
them
what
for
that get
somebody
you.
else. And when you get them
Yeah,
improved and all built up for somebody else, and then they leave you
because
in
when
a better position to be with somebody else who never saw him in a not having nothing position. Well, they go and they leave you for somebody that they don't owe nothing.
because you know already done too much.
Yeah, so
Okay,
he know what you deserve for him to do. He just don't want to do it. Now he need to be a hero in somebody eye.
and you take that away when you're doing too much. Okay, so stop, ladies. Stop doing too much for a man. Okay,
I helped him do this,
stop it.
and this. And then the next chick,
Yeah.
all she did was show up.
Okay. Y'all see me do the mean face? I said, stop it. Okay. Okay. I'm loving Real Talk tonight. We are having a wonderful time, but in all seriousness, we are also really, really, really everything that we're talking about tonight. I really want y'all to take it to heart because, like I said, if Christmas time is coming up and these men out here looking for a come up, go ahead.
Mhm.
Go on about
Because
your business.
you know it's
Well,
too
baby,
Christmas.
I was. You know what? Take you to the ring store and let you look at all the rings that he
Hmm.
want to buy you. Okay.
Oh, this could have been you.
Mm-mm.
This could have been you, but you ain't acting right. Oh,
Okay.
oh,
We
that
ain't doing
happened the
that.
other day. I just had a conversation with somebody
No.
couple weeks ago about this, about that infallible ring. Oh,
Oh.
sending her pictures of rings and everything else. What am I supposed to do? I got
Oh.
pictures of rings myself. What am supposed to do?
Okay.
You could have a ring. You could have this. This could be you. Oh, you mean I could be a fool?
Oh.
No,
Oh,
thank
see,
you.
okay, let me tell y'all. You know what? I'm gonna say to that, and you're absolutely right, because and you if, I've talked to several women throughout my years who still do not have that ring. He sent a picture of it,
Right,
told her what he wanted to do, but
right.
he ain't never get around to doing it. Girl, you
And
can go to the store and get your own picture and you can window shop by yourself.
yeah, you can get a
Okay?
zirconia.
That's all I'm saying.
Take a picture of yourself with it, and man, spent it.
Tanya, you got something you want to add to this conversation? Because I don't want to jump past you. Um, because I appreciate the input you put in, in dealing with somebody who trying to date you, but ain't in a position to really date you.
Oh, Mama, no
You
worries.
know.
Like I said
So what you
before,
gonna do with?
like I
hmm
said before, it's no worries because it's either you or you're not. It's no gray areas with me. And a lot of times people say I don't give them the benefit of the doubt because when I see
hmm
certain red flags, I'm gone. I just don't have the time. So I'm
Say
not
it,
here to
girl. Say it,
babysit.
girl. A flag is a flag. Say it. A
I'm
flag
not
is a
here to
flag.
babysit and all this other stuff. And like
hmm
we had a conversation with some of the young girls, and I always say that when you're dating someone, they should date you. They should, make time, make preparations, and to do so. And I see or hear of some of these other girls, they just give up everything for nothing. And
Mm-hmm.
and then wonder why at the end, why things have ended up the way,
Yeah.
the way it happened. So, you know,
Or they
I
soak
think
up. You right, Tom.
I think for me it's good to hear advice from women, like you that have gone through stuff, or you know, and even with the younger people, being able to hear about some of these things, because sometimes they don't have anyone that can have that conversation like my mom had the conversation with me, or the conversations that we have had together, to
Mm-hmm.
tell
Mm-hmm.
us, like, you may think that's love, but he can be a little possessive at this point and trying to keep track of you. So it's good to, hear different, I mean, not hear different points of view, but have great advice from someone that has gone through, some things. So
hmm You touched
And
on
you
something.
know what? I want to thank you for saying that too, because you know what? One thing for sure, when you said about the younger people and having someone to give you that advice, and nowadays I find a lot that young women are finding themselves in these relationships that they are being controlled by the boyfriends or the husbands. It's not love. It's a fact of control. And I don't know. It's like um,
Love
we
is
see a
free.
lot of you
yeah.
see a lot of young girls being hurt, harmed by boyfriends. I think we saw a lot of deaths throughout this year with domestic violence and relationships, not even in marriage, but just in dating or situations where they were dating and weren't dating no more. And I mean, how do a man get to a point that he's so obsessive and possessive over you that you've allowed him to think you are property, and if he can't have you, nobody can. Then he just take your life.
Yeah.
When did we get to that? And so somewhere the ball is being dropped. And in all seriousness, we joke, we laugh on the show, but I want to say this: that being controlled by another person, and I'm not just going to say on the male side, because we have women who operate the same way. Okay, we can't just
hmm
point a finger at one sex because it's on both sides. And now that we have integrated relationships uh, or same sex relationships, you see domestic violence or not, where the other party is so possessive over the other party that if I can't have you, nobody can, and they're stabbing and whatever else with each other. And we have been seeing a lot of that go on through this year. I think it's been a very high number of deaths in domestic violence. I can't give you the statistics right now, because they have went up since the last time I gave them. So, and it's sad because the ball is still being dropped somewhere. Women and men are not being heard when these things are reporting, and most of the time they're not reporting it. You would be surprised as addiction and peer support specialists and addiction counselors and everything that we have to provide, how people will avoid facing the truth or dealing with the trauma or drama in their life. I don't know if it's fear. We also know sometimes it's fear, it's shame, it's guilt, that maybe I did something to cause myself to be here. But I'm here to tell you right now, you're only control of you. And when someone is mistreating you, they are in control of that behavior. And that behavior is not warranted by something you are doing, it's something within them.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that if you find yourself in this kind of relationship and they lost in love and you just lost into the harm part of the relationship, you need to find a way to get out. Okay. And there
hmm
are lots of avenues, and it may look like, well, you got everything right here, and if you leave, you have nothing. No, you have you. You have life. And you have that to be thankful for, because some women and some men are now in a graveyard because they didn't tell and they didn't leave and they didn't have the courage to call for ask for help. So
Mhm.
I think I'm thankful for that. And like I said, we talk, we laugh, we talk. This is real talk. We have open ear conversations, and I want to thank the Holy Spirit for that, because I had no intentions of going down that road, but somebody tonight needed to hear that, because that was not on my agenda.
Which
So
which say
whatever you're
Tommy?
going through,
Mm-hmm.
I think when people go through a toxic relationship, that they should give themselves enough time to heal, learn to love on themselves, and give it time, and figure out, you know, basically, you hear people that jump from one relationship to another,
Mm-hmm.
instead of giving them their self enough time to heal from their previous relationship, what had allowed them to, accept some things that was out of their character. So I think that when you love yourself, and you know try to heal, and then also counseling, because a lot of times some of our people, I won't say all of our people, they don't like to accept the fact that they need help sometimes before it gets too far gone.
absolutely.
So with that being said,
Uh
just
huh.
just loving yourself and giving yourself time to heal in between um a
Relationship.
yeah, between a
Mm-hmm.
relationship, especially if it's toxic.
So you know what? You just pushed that button right there, and I'm glad that you said there was no gray line for you, because I want you to go back and hear this replay. What you just said, allowing themselves time to heal from the previous relationship, and if you have not severed ties, whether it's on paper, whether it's we separated and miles away, and you still have not cut that whole line, then you have not gone through that healing process, because you are still in the place of marriage. And so I'm glad that you said that out loud, because a lot of times we have to hear ourselves talking, and to hear what we're saying, to comprehend. And I know I heard you when you said there's no gray line with you. So the person that when you were dealing with, who wanted you to be the girlfriend and ain't even single, all out of line in the first place, but truly has not healed or had time to heal from whatever, because they're still attached. And I say that because my husband, um, it was like 8 to 10 years before he and I hooked up in dating and a relationship. After his wife passed away, because 35 years you don't get over overnight, and some men can just go right into a new marriage and be okay with it. Some women can too. Um, but somewhere down the line, there absolutely has to be that process of healing, whatever is broken, or even if it's not something broken, maybe time to be alone. I had looked back, and for years I had never truly been by myself. And I looked back and I was like, well, how many years have I ever actually lived by myself? And then I thought about that time, and I was like, oh, it was short lived, but it was needed. And it was needed so that I could know who I am, so I could be strong within myself, so that I could know that I can do this for me. I can, for me and what I needed. Now, everybody is not the same, but I am going to say that for me, that time alone helped me to be stronger and more independent self wise. Because, Rose kicked me out the house, y'all.
I know you did. I know you didn't get on these Beyonce internet and say what you.
My daughter kicked me out of the house, y'all. And she told me to get out and go find a life. She did that, y'all. Probably was the best thing I ever had done. But yeah, she kind of booted me out the house, y'all. She ain't gonna admit it, y'all, cause she on this real talk. We'll talk about that. Y'all inbox me. I'm
I
gonna tell
can't
y'all where
believe
she
you got
been.
up here with I can't believe this. You know, I'm going to get my bath. I ain't got time for this. I'm
I love you too, and I want to say thank you to you and Tanya for joining me tonight. It has been a blast. This has been Joyce Spencer, Miss on Real Talk tonight, and to all our guests who have watched this show or who will watch the replay. Thank you again for supporting us here on Real Talk and just chiming in. We love y'all. Have an awesome night. Hope to see you the weekend before New Year's. The Friday night before. We're planning to come. Trying to do a special interview with a couple of people here on Real Talk. Some old past guests, some new guests, and we're gonna hope to bring it live with maybe 6 guests online. All right, I'm trying to put that together. Till then, this is Joyce Spencer Mitch. You can reach me on Joyce Spencer, Joyce's Journey on YouTube channel. Um, and until then, be blessed. I will talk to y'all later. Have an awesome night. Good night.
Good night.
Y'all know this thing don't never want to hang up, right? Good night.